Welcome back to the channel Coins Buyers, Coin Lovers, and Treasure Hunters. Today we have an exciting story that will leave you amazed and checking your pockets right after this video. We're talking about the 1999 United States Liberty 1-cent penny, a coin that might look ordinary but could actually be worth up to a jaw-dropping $66 million because of its rare errors and minting mistakes that make it one of the most valuable modern pennies in existence. Imagine finding such a coin in your change or tucked away in an old jar, a tiny copper piece that's suddenly worth more than a luxury house. The 1999 D penny, minted in Denver, might seem like any other Lincoln cent at first glance, bearing the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what sets some of these coins apart are the incredibly rare minting errors and die mistakes that occurred during production, turning what was meant to be just another penny into a collector's dream. Errors like off-center strikes, doubled dies, die cracks, broad strikes, and even wrong planchet mistakes can drastically increase a coin's value, especially when preserved in excellent condition. In the case of the 1999 D Liberty penny, collectors have identified certain specimens that exhibit major doubling on the inscriptions. "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date, 1999. These doubling effects happen when the coin die strikes the design twice slightly misaligned, giving letters and numbers a shadow-like duplicate appearance. Such double die errors are among the most desirable in the world of numismatics because they represent an unintentional and visible flaw made at the mint, something that can't be easily faked or repeated. Another fascinating factor is the mint mark itself, the small d, under the year 1999, which stands for the Denver Mint. Some coins from this batch are believed to have been struck with a misaligned or repunched mint mark, where the letter D appears doubled or oddly shaped. A repunched mint mark happens when the mint mark is struck more than once in slightly different positions before the final strike. This subtle difference can transform a common cent into a coin worth thousands, even millions, depending on rarity and condition. In some cases, collectors have even reported 1999 D pennies struck on experimental planchets, metal blanks that weren't intended for that year's issue, or on transitional compositions, such as using the wrong metal mix, which can alter the coin's weight and color. These anomalies drive experts and collectors wild because they indicate something unusual happened in the minting process, and such coins are incredibly difficult to come by. The $66 million valuation mentioned by enthusiasts is largely symbolic of how unique and rare some of these errors can be, representing the highest possible value when a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand align. Imagine a 1999 D penny with a dramatic doubled die, pristine mint state condition, and perhaps even a misaligned or missing mint mark. That would be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that could fetch astronomical prices in auction. In fact, error coins have repeatedly shocked the world with their auction results. For example, 1943 copper pennies, 1955 double die cents, and 1969 S double die obverse have each sold for tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, it's not impossible for a 1999 D penny with the right combination of minting flaws to reach a multi-million-dollar valuation, especially if authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations evaluate coins based on authenticity, error type, strike quality, and condition, giving them an official grade that can make or break their market value. The higher the grade, the higher the price, and a rare error in mint state, MS67 or higher, could push values into unbelievable territory. Another intriguing aspect of the 1999 D penny is that it sits right on the edge of the millennium, a year of high interest for collectors who value transitional designs and historical context. The Denver Mint was producing billions of coins that year, but with such large-scale production, the possibility of unnoticed errors increases dramatically. Most of these pennies were made from a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, using copper plating over a zinc core. However, some were struck with uneven plating or partial missing copper layers, giving them a strange appearance that makes them stand out from the crowd. These missing clad, or incomplete plating, errors can cause discoloration or pitting on the surface, which, if dramatic enough, are highly collectible. Additionally, there are even reports of a few 1999 D pennies with die cracks running through Lincoln's portrait, or the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, creating unique raised lines that add further intrigue and value. Each error tells a story of human imperfection within a machine-dominated minting process, and it's these stories that make coin collecting so exciting. The combination of historical importance, minting mystery, and collector demand creates a perfect storm of value. Whether it's a dramatic doubled die, a rare misprint, or a missing mint mark, every flaw in a coin's design could be your ticket to fortune. So, if you happen to come across a 1999 D penny, don't ignore it. Take a close look with a magnifying glass, examine the date, the lettering, and especially the mint mark. Even the smallest imperfection could mean you're holding one of the most valuable modern coins ever discovered. Many collectors spend years searching for these rare gems, and the excitement of finding one in your everyday change is what keeps the hunt alive. The 1999 D Liberty 1 cent is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of how something so small can carry immense worth when luck, rarity, and history come together. So, before you spend that penny, make sure to check it carefully. You might just have a $66 million treasure sitting in your hand. One of the most fascinating and mind-blowing stories in modern coin collecting, the 2006 D Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States, a penny that has turned heads and shocked collectors around the world because of its potential worth of up to $89 million, all thanks to extremely rare minting errors, die mistakes, and mysterious variations that set it apart from its regular 1 cent face value. Now you might be thinking, how can a simple penny from 2006 be worth that kind of fortune? Well, the answer lies deep within the fascinating world of mint errors and the unpredictable nature of the coin production process at the Denver Mint. The 2006 D Lincoln cent was minted in large quantities, with billions produced for circulation, but every now and then, something extraordinary happens. A minting error occurs that transforms an ordinary coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible gem. These errors can range from tiny imperfections to major misstrikes, double dies, off-center strikes, or even wrong planchet errors where the coin is accidentally struck on metal intended for another denomination. The 2006 D penny has gained attention in recent years because collectors have reported examples showing unusual doubling on the obverse side, especially around the lettering of Liberty, the date, 2006, and the motto, In God We Trust. Some examples also show subtle variations in the thickness of the mint mark, D, which stands for the Denver Mint. These small inconsistencies, when authenticated by experts, can make the coin exponentially more valuable than its face value. What makes this even more interesting is that certain 2006 D pennies are said to have been struck using worn or damaged dies, resulting in odd surface textures or ghost-like impressions that make them appear unlike any other coin of the same year. In rare cases, coins have been found with off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing because the coin blank wasn't properly aligned during the striking process. Such coins are not only visually unique but also highly desirable among serious numismatists who value originality and rarity above all else. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change. What seems like an ordinary penny could actually be hiding a value of thousands, or even millions, depending on its rarity and condition. The record-breaking stories surrounding error coins have fueled this fascination even more. Collectors are willing to pay astonishing sums for unique examples, and some of the most valuable pennies in history have sold for hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars at auction. Now, with reports of the 2006 D penny being connected to rare die variations and mint mark errors, the possibility of one being valued as high as $89 million has captured the imagination of coin enthusiasts across the globe. While that figure might sound unbelievable, it highlights the incredible potential of error coins and how unpredictable the coin market can be when rarity, mystery, and collector demand all come together. The Denver Mint is known for its precision, but no system is perfect, and even the most advanced quality control measures can't completely eliminate human or mechanical errors. When these slips happen, they create what collectors call happy accidents, and these are exactly the kinds of coins that rise in value over time. A typical 2006 D penny in circulated condition might only be worth its face value of 1 cent, or perhaps a few dollars if it's uncirculated and still shiny red. But a rare variety, say, one with a double die obverse, a repunched mint mark, or an off-metal error, could easily soar into the thousands or even more if authenticated by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. Another important factor that affects the value of the 2060 penny is its condition, or grade. Coins that have been preserved in mint state condition without scratches, discoloration, or wear are always more desirable. If such a coin also carries a visible error, its value multiplies dramatically. Some collectors have claimed to find 2060 pennies struck on experimental planchets or featuring unusual copper and zinc layering issues, which are the result of planchet contamination during the minting process. These kinds of anomalies can make a coin both historically significant and extremely valuable to those who specialize in error coin collecting. The excitement around this penny also ties into the growing popularity of coin hunting videos and online treasure hunts where people search through rolls of coins from banks, hoping to find one of these rare pieces. The idea that a simple 1-cent coin could be worth millions adds an element of mystery and adventure to everyday life, and that's part of what makes numismatics such a thrilling hobby. Every coin tells a story, and the 2060 penny story is one of hidden potential, overlooked details, and the magic of human error that can transform something common into something extraordinary. Whether it's the result of a misaligned die, a doubled image, a mispunched mint mark, or an off-center strike, the 2060 Liberty 1-cent coin stands as a reminder that rarity can be hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you find a 2006 penny in your change, take a closer look, examine the date, the mint mark, the lettering, and even the rim. You might just be holding a small piece of minting history, one that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Who knows, you could be the lucky person to discover the next record-breaking coin, one that fetches up to $89 million at auction and becomes the talk of the numismatic world. So keep your eyes sharp, your magnifying glass ready, and your curiosity alive, because when it comes to coins like the 2060 penny, every small detail could lead to an extraordinary discovery and a fortune waiting to be found. World of the 1997 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a simple-looking penny that, in some extremely rare cases, has shocked collectors with values reaching up to $34 million because of unusual minting errors, mistakes, and odd variations that make it vastly different from its ordinary 1-cent face value. Now, most of us have handled a 1997 penny countless times without thinking twice. But what if the one sitting in your drawer, jar, or pocket change could be worth a small fortune? The 1997 Lincoln penny, featuring the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, is a coin that seems ordinary at first glance, minted in huge quantities at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, among the billions produced, a few rare and mysterious examples have surfaced with striking errors that have captivated collectors and driven prices through the roof. These anomalies can turn an everyday coin into one of the most valuable cents ever discovered. One of the most intriguing aspects that make the 1997 penny so collectible is the potential for mint mark errors. Some coins were struck with the wrong mint marks or double-punched mint marks, where you can see a faint shadow or doubling under the letter D or P. This type of variation, known as a repunched mint mark or RPM, adds incredible rarity. Collectors love these unique imperfections because they show the human element in the minting process, and that's where value skyrockets. Another reason the 1997 penny has gained attention is because of off-center strikes, where the coin's design is not properly aligned with the blank metal planchet during production. Depending on how far off the design is, these off-center errors can make a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some extremely rare 1997 pennies were struck so off-center that part of the design is missing entirely, creating a bizarre and highly desirable look. Then there's the double die error, which occurs when the coin's die impresses the design twice slightly out of alignment. On a 1997 penny, you might spot doubling in areas like, "In God We Trust, Liberty," or the date. If you have a coin showing strong doubling, it could easily be worth thousands of dollars. Error specialists pay close attention to these because they prove that even advanced minting machines can still produce one-of-a-kind mistakes that collectors crave. There are also rare instances where a 1997 penny was struck on the wrong planchet altogether, such as a dime or foreign coin blank. These are incredibly rare and can fetch huge prices at auction. Imagine finding a copper-colored coin that's slightly smaller, lighter, or thinner than a regular penny. It might be one of these off-metal errors worth tens of thousands of dollars. One such coin reportedly sold for more than $34 million, not because of its metal content but because of its unmatched rarity, historical intrigue, and the frenzy it created among collectors worldwide. It's believed that only one or two examples like that exist, possibly struck on an experimental planchet or a transitional error between production materials, and that uniqueness pushed it into the multi-million-dollar range. Another fascinating aspect involves die breaks and cuds, which appear as raised bumps or missing sections on the coin where the die cracked or broke during minting. These can form unusual shapes that sometimes resemble letters, symbols, or even faces, sparking collector interest. A dramatic die break on a 1997 penny can make it stand out dramatically, with prices easily reaching into the thousands depending on the visibility and location of the break. Additionally, there are 1997 pennies with striking errors like broad strikes, where the coin spreads out and loses its rim, or multiple strikes, where it was hit twice or more by the die, creating ghost-like impressions of the design. Each of these errors tells a story of what went wrong inside the US Mint that day, turning a standard coin into a valuable collectible. The allure of the 1997 penny also comes from the mystery surrounding its minting process during a period when the US Mint was transitioning between older and newer equipment. That change created more opportunities for small mechanical slips, leading to doubled dies, misaligned strikes, and even wrong metal errors. Many collectors now check every 1997 penny under a magnifying glass hoping to find one of these anomalies. The coin's copper-plated zinc composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, adds another layer of intrigue, since some error coins from this era were struck on leftover bronze planchets from earlier years, making them especially valuable. Even color variations caused by improper planchet preparation, called improper annealing, can give the coin a unique dark or rainbow tone that catches collector interest. The truth is that not every 1997 penny will make you rich, but each one holds a small piece of American history. It's the rare mistakes that give these coins their astronomical value. The reported $34 million example stands as a testament to how unpredictable the numismatic world can be. When a collector finds a unique error, something that no one else has, it becomes priceless in the eyes of those who appreciate its story. Some experts believe that the $34 million valuation came from a private sale among elite collectors, driven by the coin's mysterious origin, incredible condition, and combination of multiple errors including a doubled die, off-metal strike, and missing mint mark. Whether that figure is confirmed or not, it's clear that the legend of the 1997 penny continues to fuel excitement among hobbyists everywhere. So the next time you pick up a handful of change, don't overlook those ordinary-looking pennies. That 1997 Lincoln cent might be more than just pocket change, it could be a hidden gem worth a fortune. Keep your eyes sharp, your magnifier ready, and your curiosity alive, because the next $1 million discovery might just be in your own collection. Thanks for watching, and if you love stories about rare coins and incredible finds, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin adventures coming your way.